You've taken a really narrow line, which I just think's not safe.
We came to that lock gate, she didn't know what was the guillotines, and oh goodness, I think we go this way, we go that way. We're making it up as we go along.
We made it.
Hi, we're Jackie and Michael, and we're exploring the rivers and canals of Britain on our 57-foot narrowboat Border Reiver. We'll show you what it's like to live day to day on a narrowboat, and we'll arrive in some beautiful places next to the water. We go and explore the areas we've moored at for the night, and we'll take you with us.
Oh, does it? Oh no, it tells you. No, you've got to go through the right-hand arch. So that was confusing. No, the red light's to tell you not to go through that arch. So apparently there is a weir here, but if the tide is sufficiently high, 2 hours each side of high water, they lower the weir and you're able to go through on the main river rather than going through on the lock there. So the red lights tell us not to go through that arch and point us to the right hand side arch. Maybe that's why the other boaters wanted us to go first. Centre arch closed to navigation. Free flow, weir gates up, beware of wash. So we're either going to make it through or we're going to hit a weir gate. Free flow, weir gates up, beware of wash. The weir gates must go up and come down. Okay. Sounds like we're making this up as we're going along, and I think we probably are.
You can see the tides, going with the tide now, you can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so up there. Alright, so up in that mechanism there is the weir.
Yeah, and it's like a guillotine that comes down.
Right, okay. Yeah, you can see it clearer over there. Yeah, and if you're coming in upstream, it's pointing you over to the arch on the right hand side. Confused, but we made it. All's calm. Captain's telling his navigator off for doing some poor passage planning. That's not easy to say.
Because they're only as good as his navigator, and the navigator's passage planning leaves something to be desired this morning.
Oh dear.
We came to that lock gate, she didn't know what was the guillotines, and oh goodness, I think we go this way, we go that way. We're making it up as we go along.
We made it.
Oh, passage planning.
The river goes round to the right now.
I can see that.
Well, you don't need me then.
That's the bit where the water is. I don't go towards the land, I go where the water goes. Even with my poor eyesight, I can see that.
Okay, I just need to look and see where we're going now.
Yeah, if you
Thank
would,
you.
please.
Please. Right, so we've worked out where we're going, and I'm assuming it's this side of the sign. I'm pretty certain it will be. You've taken a really narrow line, which I just think's not safe. Yeah, I think it's back up here. But I just wish you'd taken it wider.
I can't do that because of the tides.
Alright. Sorry, lots of shouting. Yeah, it's got to be here. It's got to be here. Just thought there was nothing coming out. Og. Yeah, it's here. I say there is a channel before we go through the lock. Oh. Yeah. Scared. So this is the start of the Grand Union Canal. Oh, scary. There's the sign down there.
Thames, it's been fun.
That was the scariest bit for me. Going onto there. Lots of moored boats here. Put it very fine, that. Oh. Scary, scary. So, so the lock's emptying. You might just see that. I presume, I don't know how he knows we're coming, but...
I hope it's right, because the 2 boats behind us have come in as well.
Oh yeah. One there, one in there. It's amazing how the back end went round, isn't it?
You're going sideways, can't you? Because
yeah, you can, yeah.
The tide wants to push you further towards central London.
Oh, my apologies if I swore on that or sounded really scary. Oh, they must be going on. Are they're waving goodbye. Oh no, they're waving that they're okay, I think. Yeah, lock gates are opening. I don't know how many boats can fit in. Shall I go up the front?
Yeah.
Just see what else is coming up. And then there's another lock round the corner, but it's probably about a quarter of a mile, maybe a little bit more, half a mile.
So this is Brentford now. We're just going into Thames Lock, which is the start of the Grand Union Canal. And the Grand Union goes all the way from London to the Midlands, up towards Birmingham in the middle of the country, which is the direction that we're going. Come down please so I can see. Do we have to, does somebody...
It hasn't got far to go up, if you can keep it steady going.
Alright, okay.
Just open half of it, please.
Say again?
Just open half of it.
Alright. No ropes.
It's our first canal for a month. It's going to feel a bit weird until we get used to it, I think, being on a smaller waterway. Hi! There's so many sights and sounds and things happening.
But they're dredging the canal, picking the weeds and things out of the canal.
Just been to fill up with water and empty the rubbish. Just in Brentford, yep, just at the closest facilities, which were quite good. And we're off. We've got some bread ready. We're going to make a sandwich on the go, I think. And yeah, might be getting through the next 10 locks before we stop today. You ready, Captain? Ready for the canal?
All ready.
Good.
Give us a push.
Yep.
That's a little bit unlucky, the two boats that came through. or came down the Thames with us and turned onto the Grand Union, are now going through the locks in front of us. So unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to turn all the locks now. In other words, we're going to have to fill them up again or empty them so we can get in and make progress. But sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes you get a boat coming the opposite way, and when you come to a lock, it's all ready for you. You just have to open the gates. And then other times you've got to do what we're going to have to do today, and that's reverse the lock again. So empty it, let us in, and then fill it. So sometimes it works out in your favour. Today not so much, but it's a really nice day and we're looking forward to being back on the canal, so all good. Seems strange to be back in a lock again. We haven't been in a canal lock for a month. All a bit strange, but good. That should be called Coots Island.
Cormorant there, drying its wings. Oh, I got a wave. Just about to go up the Hanwell flight. Just coming into the first lock. Hanwell bottom lock, lock 97. I need to check how many's in the flight, but I think it could be 8 or 9. Lots of rubbish, lots of green algae. Next lock, just go and set it. So just going to get the next lock ready for Michael while he's coming up in that one, safe and sound. Looks like something out of a slime movie, this lock. Absolutely covered in it. And loads of plastic bags stuck in the lock there. Yuck. Back to the lock. First lock to let Michael out, and it's going to be repeat for the next 8 locks, I think. Off he goes. I wondered why there were these massive gaps in the lock gates here, and it's so when they open they can go around the ground stream or the ground paddle there. It's easy when you know how. Birmingham's 136 miles. Fortunately, we're not going to Birmingham. That's a long way. Third lock. Built in 1886. Nice cottage. Solid green wall behind me. So Michael's just been ahead and opened the next lock gate. You can see it's open and got that lock ready for us. He's come back to take over from me now, and what I'll do is I'll close this lock gate for him that we're in. Bit of teamwork, and I'll then walk up to the lock after the one he's going into and get that ready for him, and hopefully by the time I set the paddles going, he'll have got into the lock I've just shown you, and I can come back and let him through. I hope that made sense. 3 more to do.
Good teamwork.
Very good. Michael's just said he can see the bottom of the canal, and yes, you can actually. It's not very deep at all. It's quite clear as the water, despite all the green algae. Yeah, it's not very deep at all. Oh, you can see how low the pound is. Ah, right, okay. That's why. The pound's really, really low. Gosh. Ah, okay. Well, we'll check the next pound as we go through. Yeah, that's a long way low. That's probably about 2 foot down. That's Ealing Hospital, a former county asylum. I thought it looked, yeah, asylum. There was nobody getting out of there. Look at that brick wall. All the way, stretches all the way up there. Yeah, used to be an asylum. Look, somebody's lost some gloves. Oh, aren't they cute? So small. It's just a solid wall of green moving towards the lock. Look at that. So I've got the ground paddles open, which are these ones here, those ones that go towards the ground. Not open the gate paddles because they're too fierce. And Michael's now coming up in the lock, smiling. All's going all right. So I'm now going to walk up to this lock and set it ready for him to come straight in. There's a wide beam coming down in that, so I don't need to worry about that for the moment. Probably just go and tell them that we'll come straight in. I think that would be ideal. We're still walking past the asylum. I bet that's 1900s. Didn't think we were going to meet anybody else. Yeah, so we're just going to have a quick chat with them and let them know that we're coming up in the next lock. And maxed out, we can leave the lock gates open for them, which is good. I'll let Michael know on the radio. There's a wide beam coming down in the next lock, so we'll be able to leave the lock gates open for them.
Thanks.
All works. I'll have to go back and let him out though, and we can open both the gates for them. Being kind.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed, deep and abiding, liking for you.
Who do you belong to? Don't go in. Hey, come on then. Who do you belong to? There's a dog just wandering around. Maybe he's come from the lock. Maybe he's about to jump over the lock. He is. Look. I think this doggy knows where he is. What are you doing, mate? Hey? You come to help Michael get in the lock. It's just a dog. Come on then. Wait, come on this way. So the French bulldog belongs to the wide beam that's just gone. So go on, off you go. Go on. That way. Go on. They are coming back for it. Didn't fancy having to take a dog in for the night. I thought it was a stray. It was their dog. Anyway, it's been reunited with its owners. Just lots of grinning. Got algae on our ropes. It's not algae, is it? It's like weed.
Yeah, algae, yeah.
Is it algae?
So, yeah. Not nice, whatever it is.
No, wash hands before do anything once handled ropes. Anybody fancy going for a cycle? An abandoned bike? I think these are a great idea, but I feel sorry for the person that's got to come and collect it from the canal side. Oh, it's still showing it's got power. Look. Oh yeah, it's still on. Oh, I wonder if I could ride away in it. Or it's got some sort of hold on until you've got to swipe. How do you know how far it'll go? Whether it's fully charged or not? You're all right. You're fine. Don't worry. You're fine. Well, that was chaos. Lots of children in the canal with canoes. There was a net hanging down because they're obviously playing some sort of football game in the canal. Yeah, all sorts of obstacles. We've come through the last lock of the day. We're just going to do about 3/4 of a mile and find somewhere to moor, I think. How was that? Not too many obstacles to get your way around.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? A net dangling from the bridge and two young lads in canoes on the port side and the net on the starboard side. But I only saw it at the last minute because it's a net. It was see-through. But welcome to London. So, it's hilarious. Do you just dangle nets from bridges every day?
Where boats are coming through with small children in canoes trying to play a game of football.
There was loads of rubbish on the towpath here on the Grand Union Canal. This is just before the entrance to the Paddington Arm towards central London. I guess it could be that the Canal and River Trust think its responsibility lies for clearing it with the local authority, and I guess the local authority could think the opposite. So in the end nothing gets done. Either way, it's a really, really sad sight. So,
Well, go on then.
15 miles and 14 locks.
Yeah, River Thames ticked.
Yeah.
The Grand Union Canal from Brentford to Bullsbridge ticked. And
we've got
9 hours.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Very long day.
It seems like we set off from Hampton Court this
I
morning,
had to remember where we were.
and now we're at Bullsbridge, which is just the junction of the Grand Union and the Paddington Arm going up in towards central London. So, yeah, all good fun. Yeah, we've got moored
Long day.
eventually, and first thing happened when we got moored is two policemen walked on the towpath and said, "Have you seen a man?" They were rushing. They said, "Have you seen a man fitting this description?" So it might not be the most comfortable of nights, but
I think we'll be all right.
Be all right.
We've just moored behind a boat that we've seen a few times when we've been on the Thames.
yeah.
So we just had a quick chat with him, and he's just nipped to Tesco's at Bullsbridge.
So we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
fine.
sure a glass of wine and a nice dinner will sort things out, and
I
then
know.
we'll be off in the morning towards Paddington.
Yeah, towards Paddington.
So, yeah.
Central London.
All good. It's a bit scary around here though.
When we wake,
Coming up next week, we have engine problems, and it means me getting wet. Not good. We've the engine just started making a noise. I think I might have something around the propeller.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us.
let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.